Okay, hey guys. So, as a MLMer who makes his full-time income in networking, has done for many years in the supplement areas, um, I've been aware for a number of years that there's a looming problem, and that problem is right now at our doorstep, and it's something that's going to affect my income drastically, and it's going to affect yours. And I haven't had any answers as to what to do about it. And until now, I have got an answer. I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse t-shirt because we're living in a Mickey Mouse cartoon world that's controlled just like Walt Disney controls his cartoons. It's really shocking what's going on right now. So till now, most of us that are successful in networking have built a business that we know is going to continue paying us for years and years and years, even if we stop completely doing it. And I've done that with some companies. I've stopped and just carried on reaping the rewards for years and years and years. If you give it a little maintenance, you can keep it stable or even push it up. If you do nothing, gradually it will slow down that income, but it just comes for years and years and years. And it's one of the beauties of networking and one of the things that attracted us to it. So, and we've kind of looked forward to, we just keep getting our income, and we can stop if I don't stop because I love what I do, but you can stop and just carry on getting your income. So we know that's the beauty of MLM. It's as I say, one of the big reasons we do it. So what then is the problem? Why is that going to change? What's going on? So here's what's happening. We're just about to go into a period of hyperinflation. Now, traditionally, times of inflation have been great for networking because that's when everybody needs an extra income and they join, and things work out well typically. It's not going to be the case here. Let me explain. So what we're about to go into, and we're already starting to see the early signs as prices of everything is going up. Fuel and electricity and food, and there's even a scarcity of some stuff. So we're seeing the beginnings of a challenge that maybe is not affecting people in MLM too much right now, but people with a fixed income, with jobs, are already feeling the pinch. Now, what's going to happen in the near future is that's going to accelerate and become extreme. We're going to see fuel doubling, tripling, quadrupling, for example. We're already seeing massive hikes in some parts of the world in electricity. Food is shooting up, and we're in the early stages. So what's going to happen is we're going to get very quickly to a point where people cannot afford all the things that they're used to affording, and they're going to start having to make serious cutbacks. Okay, I mean very serious cutbacks, and those cutbacks are going to include the things that you're probably making your income from now. In my case, supplements. And I've been aware of this and thinking, what am I going to do when people can no longer afford supplements for their health? It has to go. Even food is going to be, people are going to be restricted on what they buy. It'll start with things like eating out and stuff like that. But we're going to start to see more and more people forced to cut back. And this is going to be at an unprecedented level we've never seen before. So when that happens, your income, my income, is going to go down. There's just no two ways about it. Even though there will probably be a lot of people trying to earn income that you might get them joining, but they're going to be struggling because they're even going to be struggling to pay for to join. Many companies have a fee to pay to start off with, and mine doesn't, but many do. So it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging. So what can we do in a time when whatever you're making your income from, and if you're selling something, if you have a product or a service that you're selling, I mean, maybe you're a gardener, maybe you're not an MLM, maybe you're a gardener, maybe you're a plumber, maybe you're a mechanic, whatever you are, you're going to see your income going down at the same time as your costs are going up. So what can we do about that? And as I say, I've struggled for the last couple of years, so I've done a few things. I've invested in gold, although there's a possibility that gold's not going to work. I'm not going to go into that, but there's a possibility. I've invested in land, bought some land, um, prepared with food and all of these things. But none of those things are going to sustain you for long because you're going to run out after not too long. So if you have no way of making income, um, an increasing income, or at least holding your income steady, then there's going to be some serious challenges for you, no matter what you've done. So the question is, so what will people buy in this time? What will they not cut back on? Or not, well, at least they're going to cut back on everything, but what will they have to spend money on? And still, whatever little money they've got, where will they spend it? Because that's the product that you want, right? You want the product that people still need. And it's not going to be supplements. Much as I love supplements, much as I've seen so many lives changed, so many lives saved, etc., the people are going to cut them. They just are. So what is there? So first of all, we need to think, what are the most important things that people cannot cut out? They can restrict a bit, but they can't cut out. Well, basically food, water, shelter, power. Okay, so I can't have any of those things to offer people, but those are the things, people have to eat. They might cut back, but they have to eat. They need power. Again, they might cut back, but they need power. They need a roof over their head. Again, okay, it's possible to not have. You could be homeless and have no power and just basically, so ultimately food is the last thing. But people aren't going to want to cut back on power, shelter, food, water, right? Those are we've got to have those things. Okay. After that, what would be the next thing? And the next thing would be fuel, because they need to move, if they need to go and get food, or they need to escape, or whatever. People need to have fuel. So on the case of fuel, it's one of the things that people will restrict. So they're gonna stop doing unnecessary journeys. They're not going to drive for fun anymore. They're not going to go and visit family and friends that live 100 miles away or whatever. But they still are going to need to move around. So if your product was fuel, that would be fantastic, right? Because you'd still have a product people were having to buy. Can't, you can't have that, because that's controlled as well. All the things we need are controlled by the massive corporations and government. So why do I mention this? Because there is a product which I've recently found, which enables your fuel to go further. It basically increases your mileage if it's a car, or obviously sometimes fuel is used for other things like machinery and stuff, but it increases your mileage by around 15%. So if your money is really, really tight and you can't afford as much fuel as you actually would want, but you can actually increase what you get out of your fuel, that's something you're going to do, right? That's something that's going to be one of the last things to go before you say, I can't move around anymore. And when you're right now, when your car runs out of fuel, there's nobody that says, I think I'll leave it for now and fill up next month. They do say that for supplements, and they do say that for pretty much everything, but fuel, they don't say that. Okay, because that is one of the absolute priorities in people's life, to be able to move around. Of course, some people haven't got a car and they use public transport. They're spending their money in a slightly different way, but you need to be able to move around. So I think that everybody needs to be looking for something that's going to still provide income when hyperinflation hits. The probability is that you're doing something, or your income right now is going to be, if not smashed. Let's say you've got a job that you can continue paying the same money. Right? Even in that situation, the money you're being paid will not pay for half of what it's currently paying for. So you need a way of increasing your income. So what I would suggest is, and I've not seen a better option than this, is that you get on board with this product, which is going to save people money on their fuel and allow their fuel to stretch much further. I say much further, 15%, but that's a chunk, right? So their fuel will go 15% on average further. Okay, so this is something that could be an extra income. It might end up being your only income, depending on how you're making your money right now. So anyway, that's something I feel can help a lot of people to improve their situation if they act quickly and if they act in time and start that process. So that's something I hope that will, I know it's discouraging on the one hand to consider where it's going, but we know that. Any of us that are awake, we know where it's going. We know we've got hyperinflation coming. We know that the dollar is going to massively drop in value, and that's going to affect the pound and the euro and all the others. We know that, which means we're going to afford less. So the question is, do we know what to do about it? This is my suggestion. Now, if you've got a better suggestion, if you've got a better plan, please let me know. I would love to hear it. I'm wide open to better plans or alternative plans that I can do multiple things. So please let me know. If you don't have a better suggestion, then maybe you want to connect with me and find out how you can get involved in helping people save money on their fuel, making the fuel that they have stretch further, because that's something that A, you'll be helping people, and B, you're going to be able to create extra income, maybe your income will be your entire income, and help you in what's to come. So I hope that's been an encouragement, despite it being a rather bleak subject. Like I say, just connect with me and let me know if you want to know more about what I'm talking about and how you can create an income helping save people money on fuel. Be very happy to share that information with you. God bless. Have a great day.